Thank you, Jesus. I'll give a brief story about an eagle. There's a story about an eagle. It's a children's story. I actually like it so much because it teaches such a great and important lesson. There's a story about an eagle, the big bird eagle, that thought it was a chicken. This eagle, it was a baby eagle, but I think it fell from its nest, and a farmer found it. A farmer, person that works on the farm, found this eagle, and they took this eagle, and they brought this eagle because they had a lot of chickens, and so they brought the eagle to live with the chickens. And so the eagle, as a baby eagle, it grew up with the chicken. And because it had lived with the chickens for so long, this eagle's mentality, its mindset, its way of thinking, its way of doing things in life, its behavior, its characteristics, its vision, its perspective in life started to change. This eagle started thinking that it was a chicken. And so it started behaving like a chicken. It started eating what chickens eat. It started doing what chickens do. It started living where chickens live. But then there was a man that heard about this story of this eagle, and he came. This man knew a lot about eagles, and he came to the farmer's farm and asked him, "Is it true that what you're telling us is true, that this eagle now thinks it's a chicken?" And the farmer told him, "Yes, it is true." But the man told the farmer, "I believe that because I know that this is an eagle and it's born to be an eagle, it has the heart of an eagle, I believe that something can be done about this eagle." But the farmer told the man, "There can be nothing that can be done because this eagle now thinks it's a chicken." And so the man took the eagle and put the eagle on the fence and said to the eagle, "Eagle, you are an eagle. Stretch forth your wings and fly." The eagle looked at the man and looked down at the chicken's fence where it always lived. And he looked at his chicken friends, and the eagle jumped down from the fence and went back to live with the chickens. And so the man came the second time, and he took the eagle this time, and he put the eagle on the farmhouse and said, "Eagle, you are an eagle. You are the king of the sky. Stretch out your wings and fly." The eagle looked at the man and looked again at his chicken friends where it always lived and jumped back down to live with the chicken. Then the man came the third time. This time he took the eagle, and the man that thought that eagle can never be changed because it thought it was a chicken, he took the eagle into a high mountain, very high mountain, where he could no longer see the farm, where he could no longer see the chickens that he used to live with. And this time he took the eagle very high on the mountain, held the eagle in his hands, and said, "Eagle, you are an eagle. Stretch forth your wings and fly." The eagle looked at the man, looked around, this time because it didn't have its chicken friends with it. The man left the eagle. The eagle was going down. It started flapping his wings, and it ended up stretching out its wings. And the eagle started to fly. The moral of the story is this eagle is like many of us. We're born for greatness. We're born to fulfill certain things in life. We were born to accomplish certain things. We have certain plans. We want to accomplish certain things. But like this eagle, because of the influence, the negative influence of our friends, we don't want to leave our comfort zone. Because of our friends, when we tell them, "God has given me this vision, this plan. I know where God is taking me. I have this vision. I have these plans to accomplish certain things." And when they tell their friends discourage them. Their friends sometimes tell them it's impossible. Their friends tell them, "Don't bother doing it. No, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't carry out those plans." And they listen to their friends and never end up doing anything significant with their lives. That is why I said if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to meet the right people, the right friends. The ego realized that it was finally an ego when it was separated from the chicken. When it was separated from where it used to live. That's some of you, right? Some of you have to really think about separating yourselves from the right friends if you're going to spread out your wings and fly this year and beyond. Some of you have to really think about the people you're calling friends if you're going to really fulfill your life's purpose and vision. There are some people you've been wasting enough time with. They're not helping you to get to where you need to be. They're not helping you to fulfill your full potential. They're not even helping you to realize your full potential. Some of you have certain gifts and you're so gifted and talented at certain things, but you're spending your time with friends that only drink, only party, only club, only sleep around and just do nothing. Play game all day and do nothing with their lives. And all you do is you just sit down with them, hanging out with them. You say, oh, this is cool. This is my friends. Yeah, it's so cool. It's cool, yeah. It feels good to be with them, but is it right for you? Is it right for your vision? Is it right for your plans in life? This ego would have never flown. Why? He kept looking at his friends. Some of you used to like, I want to do something, but if I say I don't want to do this, my friends, they're not going to like me anymore. They're not going to be my friends anymore. They're going to start hating me. Yes, let them hate you. Yes, let them say they're not going to be your friends. It's better to know your friends than you meeting God at the end of the day and God says, what did you do with the gifts and talents that I gave you? Are you going to tell God, oh, it was because of my friends that I didn't do it? Are you going to tell God it was because of my friends? Some of you are born to help people start certain projects, certain businesses that's going to take you out of poverty, people out of hunger. And are you going to allow your friends to influence you and change your mindset, take that vision out of your mind? Some of you have vision to go to certain countries, nations, and help people that I need. But you're hanging out with your friends that don't have those same visions, don't have those same plans. And hanging out with them is not doing you any good. But you don't want to leave them. Why? You don't want to lose friends. You want everyone to like you. I'm telling you, not everyone can like you in life. Not everyone can like you. Our pastor, our dad used to say it. His best friends was the church and his family. And one of the reasons for that is because not everyone had the same vision like him. For instance, he once had a call from someone from Nigeria and the guy asked him, so now you're in Australia, overseas. How many wives do you have? How many kids do you have? Imagine such question. And the pastor said, I only have one wife and 4 kids. And the guy was like, really? What? You've gone to overseas and you only have one wife and 4 kids? I have wife in London. I have wife in this. Oh my God, foolishness. I have wife in London, America, Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. This guy that's his vision like to have many wives and many children and many kids. That's his vision. Imagine having such friends. All they're going to put into your head is how to get a lot of wives. It happened to me once when I was during high school time. When I was in high school. Oh boy. Most of my friends, as boys, all we used to talk about is how to get girls. That is all we used to talk about, how to pick up girls. We go in the city, do what boys usually do, getting girls. That's what. Oh boy. God have mercy. Go in the city, getting girls' numbers. That's what every time. When we have our free time, our spare time, we just go in the city, picking up, getting girls' numbers. That's all, nothing else. And I realized, I said, and we used to go to party, doing all those things. And I said to myself, okay, Jimmy, this seems good, but is it right? I came to realize, I said to myself, okay, these guys, they don't want to get married because they think, if they get married at a younger age, like if they have kids, the kids are only out them, they have fun. They want to keep on having fun. I said to myself, if you keep on partying, if you keep on doing all these things, going to the city and trying to pick up girls, and all these things, are you going to end up marrying in life? Are you going to end up having the right wife? Someone that's not going to give you a headache? Are you going to marry the right person that's going to help you in fulfilling your visions? I realized that what I was doing wasn't right. And so I started telling my friends, guys, I don't want to keep partying. Guys, I don't want to keep on doing all these things. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was lying. I said, guys, because I used to swear so much. Guys, I don't want to keep on swearing. I was the worst in the group, so nobody even believed me. They were like, this guy's joking. But I started getting my knees. that's when my brother Vanity started taking me to church. I started praying to God for a change. All of a sudden, my friends started seeing the huge change in my life. They started seeing that I wasn't swearing as much. They started seeing that I didn't like going to parties anymore. I didn't like clubbing anymore. I didn't like doing all those things anymore. And today, most of them guys, they are still partying, they're still clubbing, and they're still going to the city to pick up girls. Some of them have kids, and the sad thing about it is they don't really know how to take care of their kids. They've been separated. So imagine had I followed that same footstep, I would have had maybe more than one kid by now. I would have had more than one kid by now. And my mom would have had to take care of them. Probably. Imagine that. This is the sort of influence your so-called friends can have on you. I would have probably had more than one girlfriend by now because I wasn't thinking of marriage back then. So imagine the amount of headache I would have had. Maybe 3-4 jobs just to pay child support, God forbid. Because that's what some of my friends are doing now. But I'm here where I am today. Why? Because God helped me to understand the negative influence that those that I consider to be friends were actually having on me. And He helped me to make the right decisions. That is why I'm saying I would have never been where I am today, standing where I am today, sharing what I'm saying today, had it not been for the right people. I remember I was driving with our daddy pastor after church Sunday, and he was driving the car, and he said to me, Jimmy, do you know you're my best friend? Oh my God, my shit. He said, do you know you're my best friend? You, Vani, Maxine, and all you guys are my best friends. And I looked at myself like, what? You're like much more older than I am. I didn't say that to him, but I was thinking back in my head. I was like, wow. So I am your friend. And you see, these are the type of people you call friends. He's someone that helped me, because had it not been for him, I would not be ordained, I would not be standing here today. So if you're really going to spread your wings and fly this year, I'm telling you, it's time to say goodbye to some of those you said they were your friends. I'm not saying you should cut relationship with them, but just make sure you limit their influence on you. Make sure you don't succumb to peer pressure. When they say do this, yes. Go here, yes. Look at this, yes. You're not a puppet. You have a brain. You can make your own choices, your own decisions. Oh boy. Oh God, have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. This year, if you're going to make it, even now and forevermore, you have to really start thinking about those you're calling their best friends. Because so many people, there's a lady, she was working, I think, in a nursing home, and there were these old people, because she's working like elderly people, and some of them were just about to pass away, just about to, give up the ghost and stuff, and she asked them, what are some of your life regrets? Because they're very old people now, they're just about to, pass away. And she asked them, what are some of the things that you regret doing in your life? So what are some of the things that if you could be, let's say, born again, or if you were younger, what is it that you would have done differently? Some people listed those 5 most common things that those elderly people that were just about to die said. The most common was, some of them said, I wish I had the courage to live a life that is true to myself and not the life that others expected of me. In other words, these people that were now just about to pass away, maybe meet God, they said to themselves, I wish I had the courage to live a life that is true to myself and not a life that others expected of me. In other words, they knew they could have done certain things. They knew what God had purposed them to be and to do. They had certain visions and plans in life, certain goals. They wanted to do certain things in life, but they never did those things because they wanted to please their friends. They wanted to live a life that other people say, oh my God, you're so good at this. Oh my God, you're such a good friend. Oh my God. They wanted to please other people. They wanted to always make other people happy, even at the expense of them fulfilling their life's purpose and vision. They didn't live the life they knew they were born to live. They didn't become whom they had been purposed to become. Some people in here are born to be doctors, lawyers, businessmen, architects. Some people are born to be great things, presidents, prime ministers. Some people are born to be entrepreneurs, teachers, all these things. But they never become these things. Why? They want to do what others would like. What will make other people happy with them. Are you like one of those people? When you're lying on your deathbed, about to see your creator, will you be like, oh, I wish I had never followed my friends to do that? Will you say, I wish I had never listened to my friends, and I wish I had just listened to God. I wish I had just followed, done what God had purposed me to be. Will you be like one of those people? Because you let your friends to influence you negatively? This year, if you're going to cancel those regrets when you're in your old age, think about those you consider to be your friends. Oh boy, it's not easy. Because when you want to leave your friends, they're like, where you going? You think you're better than us now? Or you think you're so smart? Or you think you've been friendly? Or you want to leave us like that? Hey, expect those things. I'm telling you, expect oppositions. I'm going to talk about, I'm about to conclude soon. Just want to talk about some of the friends, the type of friends that you actually need if you're going to be successful in fulfilling life's purpose, visions, and plans. Now, because there are a lot of influences that friends can have on you, they can affect you in certain ways. First of all, you need friends that will have a positive impact and influence you and on your life's purpose, visions, and plans. Therefore, you have to really take time to choose your friends. Your close friends. You can have many friends, but you need to have your close friends. You need to take time to choose your close friends. I'm not saying you separate yourself from your old friends now. You can still be friends with them, just like this ego. The ego could have been smart. It could have flown and then come down to meet the chickens and tell the chickens about how great it is to be an eagle. Maybe it would have even inspired the chickens to do something great themselves. So, you need to be really considerate about choosing your friends. First of all, you have to ask yourselves, how are your friends going to influence you in the next 1, 2, or maybe in the 10 years? Okay. Ask yourself, if the friends that I have now are the friends that I want to have, if I allow them to keep influencing me, what is my life going to look like in the next 2 years, 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? And if you realize that these friends, these people that you want to call your friends, if you understand that they're not going to help you to become someone good in the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, or whatever years, then you say to yourself, this is not a close friend. This is not a person that I can consider to be a very close friend. So you limit your time with those other people. Ask yourself, how are they going to help you to become what you need to become? That's the question you have to ask yourself. If you keep associating with them, where are you going to end up in the next 5 years, whatever years? Where are you going to be? Are you going to be in the street, begging? Are you going to continue to depend on others? Or if you realize that if you hang out with these people, they're actually going to help you to become someone tomorrow. Because the thing, especially with kids, you have friends in primary school, you have friends in high school, but let me tell you, when you graduate from high school, forget it. Most of them, 99% of your friends, you don't see them anymore. Only maybe 1 or 2% of them. Because some of them pursue different things than you do. And so you waste your time, being negatively influenced by them, and they end up doing something with their life, and you end up doing nothing with your life. Oh boy. The other question is, are they going the same direction like you? In other words, do they have the same plans? Those you consider to be your friends, do they have the same plans and visions like you? Do they want to do great things like you? Do they want to accomplish certain things like you? Or they just existing, just living? Oh boy. Ask yourself, do they have the same visions? Do they have the same morals and values? Do they respect people like I do? Do they treat people in the right way like I do? Because there are some friends you meet, forget it. All you do is fight, all you do is argue, and all you do is bad things. You end up behind bars in jail, especially in places like America. A lot of kids are in jail right now, teenage kids. Why? Because they hang out with their own friends. Those they consider to be good friends, gangs. Oh God. Oh God. Praise the Lord. So you really have to think about it. It's not just kids, it's adults. How are your friends influencing you? How are your friends influencing you? Really think about it. And as for my African brothers and sisters, I want to share a little secret, especially if you live overseas. Some of you that came from overseas and your parents don't have nothing. This is what I realized at an early age when I was in high school. When I used to mess up, I said to myself, okay, these kids that are not African, that the parents already have businesses, they already have houses, and they already have certain things, I realized, I said to myself, okay, first of all, if I keep messing up, if I don't focus, and I graduate, or I don't end up getting a good job, I don't have a mom or a dad that can be like, son, it's alright, you can just take over the business. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have a mom or a dad that will say, oh, it's alright, you don't have anywhere to live. You can just, we'll have so many houses, you can live in this house, or you can just take up this house. You don't have that. Really, if you're an African, really think about it. Some of these kids, they're messing up because why? They can just take over their family's business, but you don't got no business. So if you keep messing up, what are you going to do with your life? Are you going to keep depending on the government? Your family got no business. You are meant to be the one that starts a business. Your family don't have no house. They don't own the house. They're still renting. So you're going to keep messing up with your friends? I realized that I was like, I can't keep messing up. My friends, their family have a lot of money. They have a lot of money. Me, where am I going to get all those money from? I realized this and I was like, I can't keep messing up. So my African brothers and sisters, you have to put your head in the game. Really, you came here to better your life. Let them enjoy. Let your other friends that have a lot of money, houses, cars, let them enjoy. Let them have fun if they want to. But you remain focused because you don't have those cars, you don't have those money, you don't have those houses, you don't have those jobs that are waiting for you even if you mess up. If you fail in high school, no one's going to be like, oh, just, take over the business. Now this is about contact. Who knows who? Does your family know someone that can just connect you to someone and get you a job? Think about that before you mess up. Do they really know someone? I realized this, and this is something that woke me up. I was like, Jimmy, no, you got to be the person that actually starts something, that does something. The time of messing up is over. That's what woke me up.